If you want your dogs to find morel mushrooms, watch this video all the way through to learn the very first step that I use to train my dogs. Today I want to show you the very first step of how we train our dogs to find morels. We have the orange collar pup here today with us. He's 12 weeks old. We have done a little bit of imprinting with him with just the tin and a treat and train, so he'd put his nose on the tin and then we'd reward with the treat and train away from it. We did a little bit of that, so we've started this process, but now that he's 12 weeks old, I feel he's ready to start doing the box feeding so we can have him ready by next April to out there finding morels in the woods. So how it looks, how we get started. We get some morel mushrooms dried. I get these online. I'll have a link down below for everything just to make it easy if you want to purchase some of this stuff. But we take that. I have these tins here. Of course, I have gloves on. I've soaked the morel in some water. Once it's been soaking for a while, I put it in the tin, put the lid on it, and then we get ready to start. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, first, what I'm using for reward today is hot dogs. We dehydrate a lot of hot dogs for treats, but these are not dehydrated. We just kept them raw for a high value treat for this exercise. But over here we have the box. This is where we're going to get started at. We put the tin in the box. Of course, the tin's in there, so the odor is just coming out, in that box. If he sticks his head in that box, he's going to smell morel mushrooms. So basically, he puts his head in there. We're going to start feeding him. And in this session, really all I'm looking for is for him to hold his head in there. We've already, if you see this box, it looks a little chewed up, a little worn. We raised these puppies. So when they was weaned and we put them in their own pen, we put this box in there with all the puppies. And every once in a while, I'd walk by and throw some high value treats there. And of course, all the puppies would just come and go into the box. So going into this box, eating out of this box is something he's used to. It's not something new. We prep that before we do this. So very first session with the box feeding, put this down in the box. Of course, he's going to be interested and follow it. When he sticks his nose in there, I drop the food in. He eats that piece, I drop more. We just continue this. Oops. And then if he sticks his nose on it, I definitely reward that. But remember the first session, I just want him to stick his head in there. He pulls his head out, I'll quit feeding. He puts it in there, I'll feed. I really kind of want these to thump the bottom of the box if I can, to have a signal. I want him to think, if he keeps his head in this box, there's hope the food's coming. And the very first session, we make sure it happens. You can see I just keep tossing and tossing. And then if I can wait like a second or two before I toss the next one, I do. But I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to wait too long. Because right now, I want to do everything I can so he don't pull his head out of the box. And if I can drop it in there right as his nose crosses that tin, that's my goal. Teach him that because eventually having his nose on that tin is what we'll be looking for. And then once we get that, we'll move on to the next training. Nope. So he pulled his head out, we just wait, sticks it back in, we feed. When it's time to end it, I say, yes, yes. Should have had my clicker. There's still a few pieces of hot dog in there. Yes. Pull him out of the box, reward him outside the box, pull the morels out. When the morels are out from now on, the kitchen is closed. No more food in the box. So that's the very first session. We will continue this until, like I said, until his nose is holding on that tin. And then we do a delayed reward. So he holds it there, 30 seconds reward. Once we get that, then we'll move on to the scent tubes. and we'll be showing you all that. So follow along, and we will show you how we're going to take this little orange collared pup and make him a Morel dog. Now, last thing I have to say is, remember, we raised these pups. These pups are for sale. We have 3 left. We've decided to start doing the Morel training with them, making videos. If anyone's interested, we will definitely consider selling them. So, but more importantly, we don't have names for these guys yet. We have orange collar, we have red collar, we have black collar. I'd like to get them names. So if you guys have any ideas, comment below a name, and we'll consider it.